What is up, comic fam? Happy new DC day. I hope you're having a good week. And today I got a nice little DC haul to go through and to talk about some other new comic books that are coming out I'm excited for. But before I do that, check this out. Let's give a thank you to Big Time Collectibles for being a channel sponsor and supplying those books for the monthly Legion Loot giveaway. I cannot say thank you enough. Be sure to check them out. Follow them on Instagram. Follow them on Facebook. Wherever you're at on social media, they are there. They do some of the hottest covers in the exclusive game. Do not miss out on what they got going on. And if you're looking to get anything cleaned or pressed, be sure to hit up Justin Comic on Instagram. He can take care of you for as little as $10 a book. He can submit directly to CGC or CBCS for you and save you the trouble. And if you use that promo code WeAreLegion, he'll even give you a buy two, get one free deal on the books that you submit. And also, can't really announce it yet until I get it completely ironed out, but I've been working on another temporary sponsor for the February Legion Loot giveaway. I'm excited to talk about once I get it written in stone. Basically, when I have the items in hand, the deal was made yesterday. I reached out to some people trying to play around with sponsorship and do some stuff differently. So hopefully this box I'll be able to spice up a little bit. It'll be enjoyable. Definitely be enjoyable. But let's say hey to the chat real quick. We got Blue Hellion Comics in there. How's it going? Hopefully everyone gets everything they want this week. I know that I have. Off to a very good start. Picked up the books I'm looking to read. Picked up one to go into the Legion Loot box. And I even went honey hole shopping afterwards, where I picked up a nice stack of key books, which I'm going to try to record a video on today. It won't go out till probably Monday for everybody, but if you are a channel member with early access privileges, I'll try to get it out either today or tomorrow for y'all. We got Chop and Drop in here. Hope you're having a good day, brother. Working, catching the rewind. TM Nerdy Station, my friend. How are you doing? What is going on? Coco Love Chevy is up in the chat. Another channel member. Let's go. Definitely. John Norris, how's it going? What's good, brothers and sisters? Hashtag We Are Legion. That is right. Beckerman says, the fact that DC doesn't have Mark on the payroll is a crime. You're an ambassador. Yeah, I think that that's fair to say at this point. They don't have to pay me to be an ambassador. It would definitely be awesome if I was affiliated in some way, shape, fashion, or form, but I'm still going to be an ambassador for what I enjoy, that's for sure. DJ Links is up in the chat. Hashtag We Are Legion AF. Southern Comic Geek is up here. What is going on, Jason? Another channel member. I just got your package in that you sent me, Jason. So hit me up on IG. I don't know if I paid you for that. Let me know if I owe you any monies, any dollars. Do you have some John Chang artwork to show? There's always John Chang artwork in every one of my videos showcased here. And I just rotated them out not long ago. Switched him up, always trying to show off the awesome work of the man himself. We got those Jang Gang emojis flying. Oof, that shirt. That's right. The OG member of the Link Squad with the OG Stick Around shirt got to represent the Link Squad for sure. Got myself 200 bags and boards today, so that's always fun to do. Yeah, and that makes me wonder, do you pre-bag, do you pre-board all the bags? I know that my good friend Brent, when he gets them in, he'll go through and he'll board every one of the bags so that they're already waiting. I just keep them, I just cut a slit in them and keep them in there and just kind of pull them out as needed. But I was wondering how other people go through their routine and everything. But anywho, it was definitely a good week this week for DC Comics. It's not as many titles that I pick up to read this week. There are a lot of Bat titles, as always, out. Some weeks are heavier than others. This week, you had Batgirls come out, issue 3 of that title. I think Batman Urban Legends might have come out. That's another one that I don't keep up with anymore. But I only came home with 2 Bat titles, which everyone knows Detective Comics is coming out weekly right now just to kick off the Shadows of the Bat storyline, which this has been so solid. Mariko Tamaki is writing it, the same person that's been on it. But Ivan Reis is on those interior arts, and is just one of my favorite interior artists. I can't talk him up enough. Like, followed him from his Superman time to his Batman Superman title that was the team book over to Detective Comics. So this week's issue does not have the Reese interior. So different substitute artists will come in. We've got someone named Rayner on the interiors in this one, but his style is definitely solid as well. Like, just straight up comic looking. It's not like over accented in any way. I've noticed a lot of modern comic books almost seem like it's an American anime style almost to it. But I've been enjoying the Shadows of the Bat storyline. The whole premises on the Bat family and addressing the issues going on with this new Arkham Tower. And we saw in that last issue that there's so much more than meets the eye, where it's like a money laundering operation, a drug smuggling operation, a huge experiment on the inmates themselves. They've kind of put in a lot of different angles to it, and I'm really, really enjoying it. That book is on me. Don't worry about it, man. I appreciate that, Jason. And for everybody wondering what the book is, you can continue to wonder. I've got a stack of mail over here. I've got an exclusive set over there. The book Jason sent me was a super exclusive, con exclusive. That's something else from somewhere, but there's mail constantly stacking up on me, trying to find a way to organize it to present it on the channel. It'll get there eventually, but I was super happy to get it. I'm planning to pre-bag later today. Are you going to pre-bag using the official DJ Links sponsored bags? That's the important part. I assemble mine and put a few in my BCW store folio. Nice. I've got one of those store folios I won from the Two Brothers Comics channel, and I don't really get to use it much anymore. I use it for a shelf. So if you look over here, I have this framing that I set it on to create a solid bottom where I can put books on. So I use my BCW store folio as a shelf. Every now and then, once in a blue moon, I get to use it, take some stuff with me to work or something. We got TM doing the Lord's work, saying hello to everyone who hits the chat. I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Dude, Timothy Montjoy, what is up? # teamwork. So this is one of my local customers for my job. He also runs the 501c3 called Operation Teammate. I think it's Teammate. It's not Teamwork. Operation Teammate, where they set out to do stuff for kids whose parents are deployed. So they work with all kinds of college level teams and professional athletes and stuff to bring kids whose parents are deployed to events to be able to meet some of these athletes and some of these heroes of theirs. He's a super great guy. He's also been an extra in tons of movies, including Bad Boys 3, Pitch Perfect, all kinds of stuff. My wife is a big fan of his because he was in Pitch Perfect 3. I think that's awesome. Noggins Comics, what is up? What is going on, everybody in station? So on to the next book, and the only other Batman title I picked up today, which I'm excited that it is back, it is Batman Catwoman issue 10. So we know that Tom King has been writing it, so it's not everyone's cup of tea. It's definitely up my alley, though. It's the maxi series, really showing the dynamic of their relationship in more detail, in a more R-rated light at times as well, being a Black Label imprint of how this relationship never can be a traditional relationship. Is primarily telling the story through Catwoman's experiences, through three different eras of her life. And Clay Mann has been the primary interior and cover artist who's just been crushing it. Clay Mann is like almost like a Jim Lee style artwork. It's very fine, very direct, very, very awesome. I mean, but look at that. Like, it's just amazing artwork. So for the last 3 issues, Clay Mann has been off the title. They had their fill-in artist, which was Liam Sharp, which was just gorgeous, fit the tone of the title perfectly. But happy to see Clay Mann back. Is just stellar artwork. I'm excited to see where they're going to take this. Only 2 more issues after this one. Hey, folks, what's shaking? What is going on? Pocan Joe, glad to see you made it. TM continuing to do the Lord's work. I appreciate that, man. Next up, and I have read this one. I woke up early this morning and pulled up the tablet and started checking stuff out digitally. And it was the Justice League 2022 annual. So I was excited to go and jump in and figure out what's going on with this one. Wonder Woman's back. Diana's been absent since the events of Death Metal. She's been present in her own titles, but not on the main Justice League team. She's had her mom stepped in and as the ambassador to men. And it's just been kind of like they're fill-in issues or filler issues. There's not really like major continuity events happening. It's just standard Justice League kind of stuff, almost like episodes of the TV show. But this one was the return of Diana, and I was going to see if I was really excited to see if there's any of the bigger Williamson story arc being brought into this one. If we're going to see it seeding that infamous issue 75 that people are already in for or just mad about. But this is really tying in more with the Justice League versus the Legion of Superheroes, which is a miniseries that Bendis is writing right now. Its primary story focus is around this new Gold Lantern character that was introduced not too long ago in the Legion of Superheroes series. But so this one is just what is it called? A prelude to that. So this is just a prelude to that story. So I don't plan on getting into that one. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just I'm just not too interested in it. There's a lot of stuff I already pick up, a lot of stuff I already read. It's just one more thing to try to keep up with that I'm just not feeling it. I might go back and read it when it hits the DC Universe Unlimited app, but not picking up the floppies. Got to get my money's worth out of that app. So next up, one I'm really excited about is Superman, Son of Kal-El, issue number 8. Another infamous title. This just continues to get free media all over the internet with people just complaining and screaming woke and everything without even reading it. But it continues to be a good title. And that last issue was probably the weakest one, but one of the most action-packed ones. It's got so much heart to it. He's really captured the essence and tone of what a super title should have, but without Clark. And watching Jonathan really try to navigate adulthood for the first time with all the responsibilities of his father being shifted to him without him making that choice. It just landed in his lap. So going through this, watching him have to make these decisions to try to be his own person and not his father, and watching him make mistakes and have to learn from it, it's definitely interesting. You know, everyone's screaming woke on this one, but the primary focus of this book has in no way what everyone's crying about. It's still just a Superman title. And that Dan Mora cover art is insane. I love Jonathan's suit. I would like to see Connor get some more time. I grew up loving Connor as Superboy, but Jonathan's been awesome, man. He's just been a really cool character. So I'm excited to see how this one plays out. The last issue ended with him and Jackson, Aquaman, fighting a big sea creature side by side or trying to stop it from getting to the city, OG Godzilla style. And Bendix sent in his team of artificially superpowered people to try to come in for a publicity stunt, and they immediately started getting tore up. We'll see how it goes. It's continuing to be strong. I hope more people actually give it a shot themselves. We have a similar to what Timothy Montjoy has. It's called Teammates and was started by a Nebraska football team back when they were winning national championships. Both are great programs, absolutely. Coco Chevy, my man. Superman, Son of Kal-El has been awesome. Yeah, I completely agree, man. Like I take to the comment sections of the internet once in a while just because I get frustrated seeing clickbaity headlines, clickbaity videos, clickbaity articles getting so much negative attention and so many people participating in those conversations that do not actually read the books they're complaining about. And you're never going to drive new people to comics. You're never going to give a legitimately good story a fair shake if you're spreading so much negativity false negativity. It's infectious. People love a train wreck, and it just blows my mind how many people just jump on it and jump on the bandwagon without ever reading something. And this past week, the one that really got me was that Justice League Incarnate issue number 4, I think it was, or 5. It's one of the two. But everyone on the internet was screaming DC's crapping on the history of DC. They're allowing it to be retconned. All the crises and all the major events, they mean nothing now. They've changed it all, blah, blah, blah. It's issue 4. And DC in no way did that whatsoever. It was just people making responses to clickbaity articles, and it was disgusting. So much toxic reaction to Son of Kal-El without even reading the book. Absolutely. Absolutely. Content prior to investigation. Go see for yourself, people. Go see for yourself. Why would you trust other people with your taste in something? It makes no sense. John Stout says, "Hi all, what's going on, John?" Boom, 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 and then finally, what was going to be my like this is my blind pick of the week. Going in blind without reading anything, and I don't want to come off biased, but there's a few reasons why, and this is that Suicide Squad Blaze issue number 1 from Black Label. So there's numerous reasons why this is going to be my blind pick of the week. We'll see if it holds up after I read everything, and we'll talk about it on Sunday. But for one, I love the Black Label stuff. I love exploring these characters without being confined by the continuity that they're working inside of and stuff like that. I love the prestige format when they come out. It gives these good artists room to really showcase their work. I just love reading this larger format as well. This magazine size is fun. I know it does come with a little bit of extra work on the collecting aspect. I own magazine bags and boards already. That's something I just keep around. I own magazine size boxes I keep around for stuff other than Black Label even. So I can understand people's not wanting to have to do all that for it, but we have the creative team behind Constantine Hellblazer to a degree. To a degree. So this should be like really dynamic, really hardcore story, which really fits the Suicide Squad, as well as the artwork in it. I did kind of flip through is stellar. And again, it reminds me, why haven't we got Suicide Squad Get Joker number 3 yet? That's a 3-issue story that I was loving, and it feels like we've been waiting a long time for issue 3. So I am excited about the team set in this as well. We have Harley, Boomerang, Nanawe, aka King Shark, and as well as Peacemaker. So Peacemaker is super, super on the forefront of everyone's minds right now, especially with the show being as good as it is. So it's great to see him in more stuff. We got that one shot last week, but it was just like a modern telling of his origin to get new fans and people like myself who haven't read too much Peacemaker stuff really more familiar with the character. You know, he hasn't been around in enough stuff for most people, including myself, to really know who this character is. Has he ever really been defined and like really stood out in modern comics? No, he hasn't. But the 4-issue miniseries they did of him in the 80s with DC was really good. I recently read it on the DC Universe Infinite app. Hard-hitting, wild. It definitely would not be made today. There's some stuff in there that you would get canceled for these days, but it was really cool. I have been kind of getting upset by the DC hate that's been going on. I've been upset by it. I've been really enjoying what Williamson has been doing with the event stores over at DC as well as Robin. Completely agree. So Williamson really made his mark with that Flash run. He really set himself above the pack. Like people started paying attention to him then, and he hasn't really had a chance to do like a big DC event, and he's still not doing one. He's doing these like little micro events. You know, you have the Batman, Deathstroke, and Robin are all being written by Williamson, and he's taking that opportunity to do a crossover or an event. You can call it an event, but it's really just a crossover. You know, it's a small crossover event. So with Justice League, he's been leading into it in his own individual titles. You had Justice League Incarnate, 6-issue mini, Infinite Frontier, 6-issue mini, Justice League Incarnate, 5. Then he's going to move over to Justice League. So it's all self-contained, you know. So he's not biting off more than he can chew, I believe. And they're still solid. You know, every writer, every artist has a moment where they're just crushing it. They're doing amazing, so they get more work. And then they hit that moment where all of a sudden they're overstretched and their work starts taking the hit for it. Williamson is doing so much, and I still haven't seen him hit that moment yet. I hope that he backs off, or I hope that he finds a perfect balance and he doesn't really push himself beyond that. Everyone has that moment. We saw Jeff Johns hit it when he started doing stuff outside of comics even. He was such the golden ticket guy, especially with his Green Lantern run. He started doing stuff and producing and stuff like that, and his comic book work suffered for it. Tynan, perfect example, doing so much stuff, his independent stuff where his heart is really in his work, crushing it. His Batman run, hot garbage. Like it was really apparent that that's where he took all of his effort away to put on his other books. I appreciate that, dude. I get on tirades. I haven't read his Batman yet, so I can't speak on how Williamson is doing with that title phenomenally. And Jorge Molina's artwork will just have your jaw on the floor. But he's doing great. He's already brought back the dynamic and the feel of the Cape Crusader, of Gotham. And he's not even in Gotham in the books right now. But dude, some of the dialogue in it, like you could just read just the conversation pieces over and over between him and another certain ultra villain character. It's insane. Williamson is doing a good job on Batman, at least in my opinion. Absolutely. And if you're reading Batman and Incarnate, it was cool because last week both issues had a major twist moment in them. But it was awesome. Let's see. Hi John, hi Noggin, hi Coco, hi Blue Hellion, hi Pocan, hi TM, hi DJ, hi SCG, hi Chop and Drop. Didn't miss a soul. There is a channel that did a similar clickbait video about the whole Star Wars High Republic plan at Lucasfilm. Just wish people would give things a chance before trying to judge. Dude, the best example of like people having to eat crow about that, like the whole content prior to investigation, already having an opinion and knowing something's going to be bad before you even touch it, before it even releases, was DC's Future State event last year. Everybody heard DC's going to take 2 months off from their main titles and do these other stories with these new characters and this younger generation. And everybody, oh, this is going to be trash. Oh, what are they thinking? Oh, blah, blah, blah. And I said, like, I'm not excited for it. I'm gonna read some that sound interesting to me, give it a chance. And that first week dropped, and I went to the store, and I'm like, I'm going to grab everything that comes out this week. I'm going to grab them all because it was a smaller number than their normal amount of books. That was during their whole shift, their workplace shift. A lot of people were laid off or went to other jobs. They brought in new talent to work on these books that are really trying to prove themselves. And it was actually really good across the board. Some of those titles were exceptional. Some of them were just good. And some of them just weren't your taste. But there were none of them, with the exception of Legion of Superheroes issue 1, that were bad. Kyle Dorr. So I'm going to have to go get this door real quick. It looks like my wife has passed out. So definitely talk amongst yourself for 1 second. Super sorry about that. I got my pest control guy here doing the treatments. He's wrapping up. Life happens sometimes. All right. Let's see. Hey, gang. What is going on? Austin LeMay. What's up, Small Town Collectibles? Let's see. Johnson said, I'm a DC guy. Could care less about what other people think. I buy books for me. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. Small Town saying hey, saying hey, saying hey. It's like, Nick, what is going on? What is happening? Hello, 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 hello. I would have laughed if that was John Chang at Mark Sword. No, it's my pest control guy. They come around once a month, and he was doing the the fogging and the heavy treating and the baiting and everything. The area we live in is riddled with ants outside. So it's letting me know that the pomegranate tree outside, be mindful of the fruit that drops and everything. Sup, chat? What is going on, Dale? Dale, is this the most recent Legion loot winner? I just mailed off your books today, Dale. As a matter of fact, your books and your custom stand. Yeah, I've got your tracking number here. I'll send it to you after I get off here. But yeah, if you guys are interested in getting in on that giveaway, be sure to join the channel at that upper tier level. Going pretty good, So those were all the DC books that I was picking up today. There are a few other books. The finale to Billy the Kid comes out tomorrow. I don't know if y'all saw, but the comic channel, You Promised Me Comics is the name of it. They're also a channel member, and they had the creators on their show last night. So I was able to catch it, not at the beginning, but I was able to hop in and get to hear them talk about the book and everything. And this is a great series. I cannot talk it up enough, y'all. It's one that's going to fly under the radar, and hopefully more people will pick it up as they hear about it word of mouth. But it's been really good. Daisy issue number 3 or 4 from Dark Horse Comics drops tomorrow. This is another one. If you're into kind of like playing with old school religious stuff, it's kind of based on like the angels, the fallen angels from the Old Testament, looking for the literal word of God, that the word of God is life kind of thing. And it's a very cultish and stuff, but it's really cool. Maestro, the final mini series to the origin story of Maestro comes out tomorrow. Peter David writing it. These have been super fun. They're all either like 3 or 5 issues, something like that. I'm excited to get into this. We get Dr. Doom, the Pantheon, AIM, the Abomination. Like they're throwing the kitchen sink at him, and we all know from Future Imperfect that it's not going to work out. 7 Secrets drops tomorrow. Another one that's Tom Taylor goodness. I've been loving this series. Highest of marks for that one. And Mighty Morphin number 16. Those are so I have a large non-DC pool this week as well. Boom, awesome. Noggins is reading it. Daisy has been surprisingly a good read. Yeah, man. See, I'm here in the South, so there's a lot of religion here. There's a lot of old-timey Southern religion. I grew up in a religious household and all that. So the more familiar you are with the Bible and stuff like that, the more that you can really enjoy what these books are doing, because it gives you more context to it. It's just something that's been in your mind for the longer time, but definitely a good time. Boom, 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 boom. That's pretty much all I got for this week. So I'm thinking about to head out of here. Been about 27 minutes. Try to keep it digestible length here, but I appreciate everybody hopping in the chat. Says Flo Dameron. What's going on, man? Throwing those custom emojis. And yeah, like I was mentioning earlier, I don't know if everybody heard it, but I've rounded up another channel sponsor. Just a temporary sponsor. I'm trying to find different people out in different aspects of the comic community. It's not somebody that's going to be supplying books to it. Big Time Collectibles, as well as myself with the Augusta Book Exchange, we supply the books that get given away. And then I'm trying to find some other stuff to do with it as well. Like we had Kid Rano Prince on Instagram. He's helped sponsor that last one. He donated a custom 3D printed stand with a specialty design to it to match the giveaway. I gave away that first appearance of Omega Red. So this next one, it's going to be fun. Like I'm trying to make them fun too, not just like the values beyond there with the books alone, but I'm trying to make them fun also, and something unique that my channel's doing. So I'm going to continue to try to look for stuff and play with stuff, and I'm excited to show you guys what it is for this month when I get it in hand and can confidently announce and say it is done and really show it off. But it's going to be fun, definitely fun. So as always, guys, until next time, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.